Really, Jesse on fire? Logan Paul again? Yes, really, Logan Paul again. Let's take a look at this new story that we're going to discuss. KSI and Speed are streaming their sparring match at the exact same time as Jake Paul's fight on December 15th. What does that have to do with Logan Paul, Jesse on fire? Oh, geez, I don't know. What could it possibly have to do with Logan Paul? You're always trying to scapegoat him. Am I? It's Nina's lawsuit. It's not even his. All right. It's KSI. He's the one sabotaging Jake Paul's boxing match. Oh, all right. Well, what do those two situations have in common when it comes to Logan Paul and whether or not I should respect this guy or whether I should have no respect for this guy? What do they have in common? Well, Nina's his fiance and KSI's his business partner, right? So what would I expect from a person in those particular relationships? How about a little bit of influence, like just a little bit of control? Anybody who I respect can influence their business partner against things that are just absolutely unacceptable when it comes to your own family, or could influence your fiance against doing things that are just ethically wrong. Well, you know what? I understand why she's mad, but there are just things that you need to put your foot down. If you're the guy in the household, you're like, hey, listen, like, I understand what he did, but we're not bankrupting a fighter that I got into a contractual relationship with to put on a fight. He said some mean things about you. I understand. I'm going to go beat him up. He already did that. We'll talk more about that also. But Logan makes it impossible to respect him. Now, do I go out of my way to light up the Paul brothers for clout? Is that something that I do? Is that a thing? Matter of fact, let me rewind. What do I take the most shit for on this channel if you were going to get into the weeds about what people give me flack about? Is it because I hammer people for clout? Is that why? Or do people always say, dude, don't waffle on it, man. It's obvious you just want to be friends with that guy, so why are you waffling? You already said dirt. Don't take your foot off the gas just because of dirt. I get hammered for the opposite of hammering people for clout. The exact opposite. And the reason that Logan Paul keeps running into me with I don't know what the right metaphor is, but me angry, is because what he's doing violates these ethical lines that are just non-negotiable for me. You're not going to protect your brother, your little brother. You're not going to protect your little brother, his company. Remember, you couldn't believe that they wouldn't let you in the building with a bottle of Prime. It was unbelievable. I'm your brother, dude. I'm your brother. And they're going to kick me out if I bring Prime in. The primary sponsor of this event is a direct competitor of Prime. Who cares? I'm your brother. I still don't know if that was real. But what I do know is that this is real. Okay? This is real. KSI, he's just going to sabotage your brother's event. That's cool. That's fine. He's your business partner, but that's fine. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I would appreciate that very much because, that's how we grow the channel is people watch and they go, oh, I like your content. I wouldn't have remembered to subscribe, but you reminded me, so now I did, and I would appreciate it if you guys would do that. And if you think that a person failing to defend their little brother against their business partner, who they should have absolute total control over when it comes to a thing like this, if you think that is the pussiest thing you've ever heard in your life, why don't you throw a like on this video also? So, that's what we're going to do. That's what's happening today. So, jumping right into this, let's just read this and discuss, right? So, Jake Paul is putting on an event December 15th, all right? Now, it is very close to UFC 296. That is unfortunate timing as it relates to him being able to sell tickets, because if you're going to be in Vegas and you want to go to an event and you have to choose between the two, I mean, you know what I mean? And this is coming from someone who went to the Nate and Jake fight and had the best time. I had a blast. I challenge anyone to go find a time where I have talked shit about Jake Paul. Find it. Or even find a time where I talk shit about Logan Paul prior to him bragging about bankrupting Dylan and then garnishing his wages. Okay? And the reason this is notable, because Mike Malchik, last time he discussed me hammering Logan Paul, he was like, this guy was like, I defended Logan Paul, the dirt. It's like, yeah, you want to know why that's notable? Is because there are a lot of people online that just fuck with people because they want to get clicks and they want to get likes and whatever. If I fuck with you, you should probably listen to why. Because I promise you I represent the opinion of a lot of people, dude. I don't do that. I don't just hammer people. So my point is, I've never talked shit about Jake. Jake's never done anything that would deserve me talking shit about him. I never talked shit about Logan Paul before he became my number one target because he's a pussy. He's a pussy. I mean, dude, this proves it. If there was any question after, going into, so it's like, let me actually rewind. So going into the Dylan Dennis situation, right? Like going into the Dylan Dennis fight, there was like, my problem with him existed squarely in, you are bragging about bankrupting a guy when you are a billionaire. That is not okay. It's not okay for you to partake in it, and it sure as fuck is not all right for you to brag about it. It's like someone went to your house and threw an egg on your house, so you burned their house down, right? Oh, they threw an egg at your house, and you're all, I know what to do. Burn his house down with his family in it. You're all, wait, what? It's like, he egged my house. That never comes off. You know what it's like to try to get egg off your house. It dries overnight. You can never get it off. And you're all right. He's all, so I burned his house down with his family in it. You're like, he threw an egg at your house that you can't get off. Like there's a little stain on your fiance that someone collected all of the information she put on the internet and then put it out sequentially. So everyone got a big, nice dose of her deep-throating popsicles and saying she sucked a guy's dick in a stadium and saying that she doesn't think that penises are pretty, so she prefers that they hide them inside of her, and that she's so starving for penis that she just can't take it. If you could find any penis that doesn't have an STD on it, she'll take it. Like, he put that together and then just put it out on the internet, in addition to lots and lots of photographs of her together with a bunch of other dudes that... So he did that. So that's pretty similar to someone throwing an egg in a house. Dude, is it fucked up to egg a person's house? Yes, it is. It's fucked up. It's hard to get off. And it's your girl. I understand. Does it merit burning a house down with people in it? Wife and kids, because that's whose money, that's whose mouths you're taking food out of. Is that merited? No, it's not. Grow up, dude. Get control of your girl. That's what I said all along. Get control of your girl. You know what I mean? Now this is worse. This is worse. This is your business partner. Okay? This is your business partner with some cheesy little beef with Jake that's irrelevant to anyone. Your business partner thinks he can do this to your brother. Do you want to know what that tells me about you? It means he doesn't respect you. He doesn't fear you at all. At all. I'm in business with Navy SEALs. Do you think they would do a thing like this to me if they had an issue with my little brother? Fuck no. You don't need to fucking go and get a sample. Ask your brother, actually. Your brother works with one of the Navy SEALs I'm in business with on the boxing charity. Have him go ask Jeff if they would ever fucking do that to me. They would never fucking do that to me. And it's not because they're afraid of me beating them up. It's because they respect me as a person. They'd be like, dude, it's his brother. It's his brother, dude. Obviously, I'm not going to sabotage his brother's event because I respect Jesse. You don't need to wield an iron fist for someone to know they can't do that. They just need to respect you. And clearly, that's not the case. Or at the very least, he knows you want him to like you so much that that he could just do something like this and nothing will ever happen. This tells me so much about... Here's the other thing. I watched the podcast after the Dylan Dennis fight with Logan, with Jake, with their dad. That's a tight family. I said afterwards, I was like, this makes me like them. With Mike, I'm like, this makes me like them. Tight group. I have a little brother. Again, this hits different, dude, where it's like, how could you let that happen? How could you possibly let this happen? It's pathetic, dude. It's fucking pathetic. This is pathetic, dude. Defend your fucking brother, man. Call your business partner and be like, dude, what are you doing? I get it. You could talk shit about Jake. You guys can make fun of each other online. You can't sabotage his business, dude. That's not a line you could cross. You have no balls at all. Did that, like, if someone that anybody who I've ever had a relationship with did a thing like that, that would end with a text message. I'd be like, this is not going to work. End of story. Be like, hey, dude, I know you and my whatever. This ain't going to work. End of story. Not because they're afraid of me, not because they think I'm going to burn their house down, just because they respect me. And they would be like, oh, shit, all right, that's fair. And so it would end. And I'm not talking about just myself. I'm talking about like anyone with even a little bit of balls would never let this happen. Which brings us to the second part of the fight, second part of the video, which is something I talked about yesterday, but I'm going to reiterate in this one now because this just came up again. This lawsuit is moving forward with Dylan Dennis. You're actually doing this. Like, it's not just talk. It wasn't like, oh, we just got to get him to go to the fight, which I heard your brother say. I heard Jake say when you guys did that podcast, when Jake was like, dude, from where I sit, man, it just seems like he has to fight. And I'm like, all right. So even though Logan's bragging about this, maybe they really are just making sure. It's like, you're playing some Machiavellian shit where you're like, all right, look, man, you want to put that shit out on my girl? You're showing up for the fight, and I'm going to fuck you up. You don't get to get out of this. You have two choices. You can come fight like a man, or I can break you financially. Those are your options. Two options. Break you financially, or you come fight. If you would have dropped the lawsuit, I would have respected it. I would have retracted every single thing that I said about it, even you talking shit on the internet, because I'm like, he's trying to make Dylan believe that if he doesn't show, this is what will happen. He needs the money, so he has to show. I take it back. That was Machiavellian. That was gangster. Good for you. And now I found out you're actually moving forward with the lawsuit. You're really doing this. You fought Dylan. You beat him up. Dylan is unsigned as of now. No new source of fighting income as we speak. But you're going to go try to take the money that he does have so he can't give it to his child and his girl who has a brand new baby. Because he showed videos of your fiance who herself said, I don't have a gag reflex. Here's me just sucking down a popsicle. I prefer you hide your penis inside of me. If anybody knows of a good dick, I'll take it. I once sucked a dick in a stadium one time. Your girl did it to herself, bro. You're going to sue, you're going to destroy this guy's life because of that? Here's where you could gain my respect back. Be like, yeah, no, I was going to drop it. Then he smashed a microphone on my face. I'd be like, all right, that's fair. You know, that's fair. If that was something that you said. You know, dude, be totally straight. I was going to drop the fucking lawsuit. Right up until he committed assault with a deadly weapon on my fucking face and almost broke my skull. Hey, if you're looking for sympathy from me, good thing to do is, how about you don't take a fucking 20-pound metal object and smash it across my face? That's a good way to lose any sympathy that I have or any empathy I have about crushing you financially. You try to crush my face, I'm not going to take my girl off of you when she's trying to crush you financially. I would have, but now I'm not. Just say that. But no, because that's what a man would do, right? I literally just said to someone in the comments where I was like, he said like a real man wouldn't do blah, blah, blah. Something about, because I wasn't being mean enough to Ian Gary's all real man wouldn't do this, dude, and like cater to a 25-year-old, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, A real man doesn't start sentences off with a real man because it goes without fucking saying, dude. You don't be like, a real man, burr, burr, burr. But in this case, I would say the following. No real man would let this happen to their little brother. No real man would just let their girl run wild. But a real gangster-ass dude would say, hey, I was going to let you off the hook and then you hit me with a microphone. Go fuck yourself. Choke on it. I don't care if you're bankrupt. I don't care if they garnish your wages. That's on you the second you smash me in the face with a microphone. But no, because that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because your girl wants to do it because she's vindictive and she's angry that he exposed her, and that's what that is. Jesus. Get control of your business partner. Get control of your girl. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, that's what I got.